Greetings. Now, often we know that we've heard that Tai Chi is a moving meditation. That the idea is you want to really be right where you are while you're doing your Tai Chi. We don't want to just go through the motions, right? When you learn your Tai Chi form, it's really easy. Oh, I know the form, I'll just go through the form, let it become a physical exercise, which, you know, it's still a great exercise. You just do it physically, still better than sitting on a couch drinking a beer, I like to say. However, we want to get more out of our Tai Chi, and part of that is to be completely present, right where you are, doing what you're doing. Now, a lot of people feel that sense of presence, but they're still, when they're practicing, what I see a lot is trying to get from point A to point B and already thinking about point B. So as an example, say from our fan through back turnaround chop. So we're here in this posture, we're coming here and somebody's moving through the form and they're already thinking they need to get to turn around and chop, right? They're already thinking that. So they're coming from here, coming around, and I'm not doing this exact, right? But it's that idea, and they're thinking, oh, I need to get here. So my suggestion is this, and you don't need to do this every single time you go through your form, but it's just another way of practicing your form. And I think it's an important piece of it. I really put it in almost every time I practice, is the idea of whatever you're doing, you can almost create a mantra for yourself to say is, all I am doing is ... right? Fill in the blank. Whatever you're doing, that's what you're doing. So using that movement that I just showed you, if I come here from our fan through back movement, right? So I'm here in fan through back, and I'm going to turn around and chop. I'm not already thinking of being here even, right? This is where I'm going to get to. I'm going to come around and I'm going to get to here in our form. I don't want to be thinking there because that's not where I am. So as I'm standing here, I'm getting in my posture, then all I'm doing is in my posture. Right now, all I'm doing is talking to you, right? And doing my posture. But now as I turn, I want to think to myself, or be saying to myself, all I'm doing is shifting back. All I'm doing is turning. That's it. There's nothing else happening. Now, all I'm doing is shifting back. All I'm doing is letting my arms settle as I drop my tailbone. And now all I'm doing is completing my turn. All I'm doing is turning. All I'm doing is drawing my leg in. And now all I'm doing is sinking and stepping. Opening my quad, opening here. Now all I'm doing is shifting my arms. All I'm doing is coming around, coming around, coming around. So we can do that throughout our whole form. Now this takes a lot of focus. But if you just keep reminding yourself, all I'm doing is ... And if you know your form well enough, you won't get lost. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you won't get lost in your form doing this, because you're so focused on the present that can happen. Don't worry about it. It's not important. What's important is that you're incredibly present, engaging what you are doing at that moment in time. And it can be something as simple as, okay, all I'm doing is moving my arm, but of course, in our form, we never just move our arms, we move whole body. We try to. That's our goal, our major goal is to move whole body. So when I'm moving, I wouldn't say, okay, all I'm doing is moving my arm, right? I'd say my arms maybe are moving, right? So I'm coming here to brush knee, I'm turning. All I'm doing is turning. All I'm doing is stepping, preparing for my brush knee, opening the quad, opening here to prepare for my movement. Now all I'm doing is shifting. Oh, there's a shoulder stroke in there, but that's all I'm doing. Now all I'm doing is turning, but of course my arms are moving. So all I'm doing is moving my arms. I'm opening up at the end of my posture, okay? So if you do that throughout your whole form, all I'm doing is that one piece of that one movement throughout your whole form. You will be incredibly present, and you also avoid making errors in places where you're not present, where you're not paying attention. Because if I'm just thinking from here all the way around to here, what about all this space, right? If you watch the trajectory my arms take from here, coming all the way around to here, that's a pretty long distance that a lot can happen and a lot can go wrong. So we want to make sure that we're not just thinking point A to point B, that we're really paying attention in that transition from point A to point B, whatever that point A to point B is in that particular situation or in your particular form. So you can try this when you do your form the next time. Keep reminding yourself, and it's fine, change the words. That's the words that I use. All I am doing is ... But if you find better verbiage for that, that works better for you, go for it. Enjoy your practice.